after the international break? Has it given you a chance to sort of regroup and reflect on where you're at?
Well, certainly judging by them yesterday, it's come at a good time for us. However, there's been 10-11 away. We still haven't seen Hernandez, and Diami came back yesterday exhausted from his trip. So, of course, that's the problem. I mean, as I said, Abel hasn't surfaced yet, so we haven't seen him. So, but everybody else has come back okay. The weekend off has certainly freshened up the rest of the squad, and hopefully, just at the right time, the break has given us a break, and we can look forward to now April, where in March wasn't very good.
Only 3 goals scored in the last 9 games. Fundamentally, is that why?
Well, yes, and unfortunately, the performances have been very, very good, and unfortunately, we've missed too many chances. And when you put a statistic like that towards me, of course, you're not going to win many football matches if you can't score. And that's been my problem, unfortunately, for the last 6 weeks. You know, before that, we were the top goal scorers in the division. So it's a bit disappointing and frustrating, but you know, the performances are good. So we just hope that if we can get back to winning ways and give that lift to everybody concerned, then I'm sure we'll be okay.
All the teams above you will have played by the time you kick off. Does that make a difference?
Well, we've had chances in the last 4 or 5 weeks to kick off in front of people and before people and after people and all the rest of it. At the end of the day, it's your points tally at the end of the season. And you're right now, right in amongst it now. We're in the thick of it. It's now down to the last 5 weeks. We've got a daunting, 9 games in that period, and it's all to play for. You know, we've got to, I think win at least 6 of them to give ourselves a chance. And I know we're capable. So, let's hope that we can have a bit of a look and a bounce of the ball, because you always need that, and it's deserted us at the moment. I don't know how many times we've hit the crossbar, hit the post, and had really good chances and haven't taken them. So let's hope that returns to us.
Bristol City have improved under Lee Johnson. Are we at the stage yet where this is a must-win game?
Well, as I've just said to you, I think we have to win at least 6 out of our last 9 to stand a chance. So it gives us a wonderful opportunity. We're at home, but you're right. The last time out they've won 6-0. So they've improved. They've been very, very good away from home. So like every game in the Championship, it'll be difficult. But the one thing for certain, it'll be difficult for them as well.
Since you last played, there's been a change of manager or a sacking at Aston Villa. You're now one of the favourites for the job. Is that flattering?
Well, it's flattering for any manager. But look, all I'm concentrating on here is now, we've worked so hard over the last 8 months to turn around a disappointing relegation into a promotion push. We've got 5 weeks to go. That's the only thing that I am interested in at the moment, is to try and get the club over the line. And that's all I'm focused on. It's very flattering, but there's been no approaches, nothing like that. So, and I wouldn't expect them to be.
You're under contract here, but is there a release clause or a get-out clause in that contract?
Well, I think that's for me in my contract to discuss. I don't think you need to know about that. But contracts are contracts at the end of the day. And as I said, the only thing I'm focused on at the moment is to make sure that we get this club over the line.
Gary Neville, former teammate, sacked by Valencia this week. Do you expect him to bounce back?
Well, he'll learn from it, and it's been a tough baptism for him. I think he had to take the opportunity because Valencia is one of the biggest clubs in Europe. And no matter how tough he is and broad-shouldered as he is, which he is, then I'm sure he'll want to have a crack at it. Knowing Gary again, he'll want to dust himself down and have a crack at it. And it hasn't quite worked out for him for whatever reason. But it has been a bit of a poison chalice for many a coach, even an experienced one over the years. They think they're probably better than what they are, probably. So I'll get in a bit of trouble for that. But it's disappointing for him. But I'm sure, knowing Gary, he'll bounce back.
And staying in Spain, El Clasico this weekend. Will you watch it?
Fabulous. Well, we made a bid last week for Suarez just before deadline day, and Messi, but didn't quite work out. It's always a great game to watch, isn't it? Of course. And when you've got the best players in the world playing at a high level like they are playing, then I think we'll all look forward to watching it. But I'm more interested in Bristol. It sounds ridiculous. Hull v Bristol for me is certainly bigger than Real Madrid, Barcelona.
The final one from me. There's a row at the moment in the US with the men's and the women's national team about equality of pay. Have you got a view on that?
Oh my God, do you want me in more trouble? How many questions you asked me now to... I've got no view on that whatsoever. Again, I'm going to sit on the fence.
Steve, there was a report in the Sun newspaper saying that you'd be contemplating your future in the summer, come what may. Can you just clear up what's going on?
Well, I contemplated my future last summer. So that's probably where that come from. And the one thing I can't stop is newspapers and you guys doing the media and all the rest of it. And as I said, I contemplated me future last year and decided to stick with it and stay with it and try and get the club back in the Premier League. I haven't even thought about anything other than at the moment trying to get the club back into the division and into the Premier League. And that's all I'm focused on, you know, and that's what I really want to try and put out to people. What happens in summers is what happens in summers. But at the moment, the next 5 weeks are huge for the club and the players and the staff and the supporters. And if I can take the heat off of all that nonsense, what's been written about me, then so be it, you know. But, you know, I considered it last year and I considered it the year before. I think we all do, you know, so we'll see when the summer comes.